Hi guys, welcome back to Behind the Scenes. And on today's episode, I have with me an entrepreneur who is the CEO and director at Pottv Media, Victor Ehindero. Victor, how are you doing today?
Very fine, thank you. Nice to
Thank you
meet
very
you.
much for making time out to be with us on the show today.
You're welcome. Thank you
All right,
so
so
much.
let's get into it real quick.
Okay.
Can you tell us what you do at Pottv, what Pottv is, and what you do at Pottv?
The Pottv Media is basically an advertising agency, and we are basically on WhatsApp, and then we use WhatsApp status to engage our community, and we also advertise for people, brands, small businesses, so many people who want to push their products and everything. So that's what we basically do at the Pottv Media.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's basically like digital marketing
Yeah,
also.
digital marketing. Yes, you can say that's digital marketing. Yes.
Okay, so what's the story behind your launch into entrepreneurship in general?
I started entrepreneurship about 6 years ago. So I didn't actually start with Pot TV, basically. So I started as a young, what I'm going to call it, a delivery guy. So I just finished school then and everything. So I just wanted to have something doing. So that was when I decided to try to get jobs. Of course, nobody can be idle now and everything. So I decided to. So a friend, uh, her mom worked at Konga then, so
Okay.
they had an opening because there was this Black Friday sales, and then when we're having Black Friday sales and
A
everything,
lot
people
of
are buying, yes,
deliveries.
a lot of delivery, so they needed an extra hand, of which I was willing to be part of it. So I started that, and then I worked for 2 weeks to a month. I think no, it was 2 weeks. So from there, started okay. And now started saying, okay, this is how you can work and get paid. So they I started. That was what
Launched you
launched me
into
into
this
entrepreneurship.
space.
And then I started trying to sell things, imports. That was when pre-order or importation was in vogue. Then was actually
Okay.
new. So we were part of people who started it first, and then we go to Lagos, sell bags, shoes, and everything. So that was how I started going into entrepreneurship until 5 years when we now started Pottv
Okay.
Media. Yes.
Okay. So why digital marketing? Why that aspect?
The thing about it is, I actually did not make up my mind that I was going to do digital marketing before. It was just Pod TV started on WhatsApp actually. It was just me then trying to utilize that platform and everything.
Okay.
So when we started trying to utilize that platform and all engaging, when you are having a community, engaging people. So it was after some time that I now realized that okay, what I'm doing is actually digital marketing. Okay, let me let me just know that okay, I'm into digital marketing. So it wasn't like I planned that oh, I want to be a digital marketer today. It was just
Okay.
something that happened at the like in due course. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did your brand name come about? Sports TV.
Okay. It has a very, very funny story because um we had we're a team of about 5, 6 then. And then one of us said, okay, let us start with African cooking pots. We put all different things together. And so we first started as African cooking pots. So
Okay.
that was what we adopted for like the first 1 year of African cooking pot, okay, African cooking pot. But after that, then as we started trying to get social media handles and everything. So it was then we now realized that okay, this name is actually very long. Will people be able to remember African cooking
Okay.
pot by the time you put it in? And then so we started and now sat down, okay, what can we do? What can I do? So started shortening it till we now got Pot TV. So when we said okay, like this Pot TV is going to it's
Going
very,
to
very
stick.
it's going to stick. So that was how Pot TV just it went from African imports
Sports
to
TV.
Pot TV that it is now.
Okay. What kind of background are you from? Like, what was it like growing up for you?
I grew up in life. I grew up. It was like every normal background that we have: the father, the mother, and everything. But what I just knew that I was the firstborn. I'm the firstborn actually. So I just understood that okay, life is beyond just living. Okay, and I also knew that I had responsibilities, and
Responsibilities.
then I embraced them early. So that was really what really shaped me
Okay.
growing up. So that feeling of responsibility, so it mainly majorly influenced my decisions over time, what I do, how I go about things, and then so I think that was just like really what actually shaped me to what I am like now.
Okay,
Like
so
that's
so
feeling,
definitely
yes.
your upbringing has a huge influence on you being an
Yes,
entrepreneur
yes,
today.
definitely
Okay,
that, yes.
okay. Have you ever gone through any sort of training or any related learning to learn about digital marketing?
Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, though before Pottv, when Pottv started out, there was no training whatsoever because Pottv on WhatsApp, I mean, 5 years ago was new. We actually brought up that concept, so there was no manual anyway. There was no book to read and how to run it on WhatsApp. So it was basically we stepping into a new environment. But after everybody now started understanding that concept and everything. So of course, then we now started to have a minute, a very very in total detail about the entire thing. Started going for courses. I have certificates from so many digital marketing schools just to know what it is as a person and understand it. That okay, it's not
Okay,
beyond WhatsApp. We have so many other things, but starting out didn't really have any of that information at first.
okay. So, what techniques or principles can you say you've used over the years to scale up your business?
Okay. The I think the most important thing that I learned in the course of running Port TV and everything is the fact that it's a very very you have to be patient basically. So
Mm,
it's a game of patience and it's not something that you just come and just do because I mean you are stepping into a new environment that was then so you don't know what to expect. So
mm,
you cannot just only hope that okay this thing will work out well, unlike now that people already know, they've seen the
yeah.
blueprint and everything. So it was just a game of patience. Okay, patient. Okay, just be patient.
One day will
Let's
pay
see. One
off,
day pay off. Let's see
hopefully.
how it's. So that's how we kept doing it till what we have now.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what are some of the challenges you faced building up a business like this in a country like Nigeria?
Okay. The major thing that we faced for our own business, which is actually unique to us, is the fact that at first people did not understand
The
the concept.
concept.
So the first thing we even faced before any other thing is explaining to people how this thing works. So
Okay.
that was the major thing because I mean something new. So and nobody saw the possibility. So we had to
People were not too
yeah,
open-minded
it
about
took
it.
us quite some time to actually like educate people. Okay, this is how we think we want to run this thing. This is how we feel they can work. So that was like the major thing. But after we overcame that, I think every other challenge that every business faces in Nigeria. We also faced it from power issues to internet. Of course, you have to have very fast internet to be a digital marketer. So we had to
Yeah.
spend good money. Even till now, we spend good money on getting the best
Internet
internet just
services.
to make sure that we don't go dark all of a sudden. Yes.
Okay. Could you give us some personal experiences or maybe like some setbacks or some deals gone bad that you've encountered in the course of your years in business?
Okay. Well, the most important, I think, the one that always comes to my mind is the fact that I started out like only like 17. So we had this young, this stereotype of, oh, you're too small, you're too. So that one was
Okay.
always very funny. But it's because by the time you are going to, as a matter of fact, our first office space, I think that was in late 2018, 2019 or so. No, I think it was 2018, late 2018. I had to carry my mom to stand as the person that wants to buy
Wow.
the office because everybody's looking like who is the person that wants to use this place? Who is the person? So that young
The
yeah,
stereotype.
it was there from everybody, like every adult, because they don't believe and they're in a country where everybody is most people are doing into Yahoo and
Mm,
so they feel like oh what you are doing is so many deals, but people don't want to give you because they feel you are too small. So
yeah.
people are looking at you. By the time you quote a price for them, they are looking at this one. This is what I want to collect. Wait, I don't know. This one cannot do. So we started trying to just make sure that let us. So over time, that was like the
Major
major thing.
challenge.
But
The
now it's a little
stereotype.
bit better, small. But then it was bad. It was very, very bad. Yeah.
Okay, could you also give us like some insights into some deals that you got that really shocked you or blew your mind?
Okay. Usually we deal with small businesses and everything, and just people. So when you are used to brands and everything like small businesses, that's what we help. Those are the people we work with. So when you now have businesses like the corporate brands coming to run like advert campaigns, till date, it's still always shocking me because I always feel like, so you guys know about us. You guys know that we are the solution, that we can give you advertising solutions and everything. So I'm always very, very amazed. And every single deal, even plus, sometimes it's always like the length and period that people pay for is always like amazing because by the time somebody pays, he pays like they pay for a very long period of time. So I'm now always wondering, okay, so you actually trust our brand that we can help you run this thing for this particular period of time. So it's always that is always like blowing my mind every single time, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's often said that a good name goes to places where
Yeah,
people have not even been
exactly. Like
themselves.
you will not know until they bring it up that okay, this is this. You will now start looking at that. So you people actually notice our brand, you think about it well and everything. So it's always like a good feeling no matter what, to be honest. Yes.
Okay. So, what are some things you think that young upcoming entrepreneurs in Nigeria need to focus on? And I mean that in the aspect of, as entrepreneurs, there are certain sets of skills
Yes.
that entrepreneurs need to have. So, what are some skills that you think young entrepreneurs need to sharpen upon and brush upon?
Okay. Um for me, I would say the marketing skills because I am also like in that industry basically. It's the fact that so many young entrepreneurs, they have good ideas. In fact, they float the most brilliant businesses. They push it out, but at the end of the day, their marketing is always very poor. And marketing, I'm not saying that paying for advertisement, but that consistency that comes from marketing a product, from marketing a service and everything.
It's
I
putting
think that
themselves out
yes,
there in the
putting
right
ourselves
way.
out exactly. I mean, you are not Wizkid, you are not the video that you will be posting your business like you're a celebrity, or you are posting it like you are the brand ambassador. I mean, you are the owner of this business. So there's this level of like that marketing,
The
that hard,
ginger,
yeah, that ginger to actually put yourself out there. I feel like if so many people, actually youths especially, if they work on that, it will be very good for a lot of people and their businesses. Yeah.
okay. So, would you say that digital market is lucrative in Nigeria?
Well, it is though.
Mhm.
It is if it's to be honest, it is. And it's lucrative because not so much people are into it yet. Nigeria is still a growing economy and everything. So we have still not even gotten to that peak.
Level.
Yeah, I mean, we have not even, I don't think we have a Nigerian in the top five biggest influencers in the world. No. So that's digital marketing, the social media influencing industry, the influencer industry is extreme. There's no country that it is not lucrative, digital marketing itself, because it deals with what the world is actually into now and everything. So and we don't still have so many people yet. I mean, the world is big for the space is actually big for everybody to fly. So it's a very, very lucrative space if people do not approach it like they want to be rich overnight or they want to benefit from it.
You need to put in the
By
time.
the time they put in the time, and there's no way it's going to actually pay dividends eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so where do you see your brand in the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years? And you just paint a mental picture for us.
Okay, in the next 5 to 10 years, I think Pottv will actually be, of course, our aim is to be the biggest advertising agency in Africa, and also we are looking to diversifying as a brand and as yeah. So we'll actually be into many. There are certain sectors that we are trying to, even from now, that we are trying to get into. So if we give us 5-10 years, I really feel like would be the go-to brand and business for this particular industry. But advertising for WhatsApp, we are actually pushing to expand our WhatsApp. I mean, we are still less than 200,000 contacts. There's still so much more. There's still so much ground to cover. So we are looking to actually go hard on it over the next 5 to 10 years. Yes.
All right. So lastly, what's your advice to people who are looking to come into this line of business? What's your advice to them?
This is WhatsApp. Yeah, itself.
Just digital marketing.
Digital marketing. Give it time. That's all I can say. Give it time, because everybody we all start is it's always it's cliche. People say it, oh, give it time, oh, clinical, this one, that one, but it's still a very, very solid advice. Give it time. Everybody starts on the zero level. We also started then. We started zero contact, started working and everything. But I mean, looking back now in 5 years now, we can say that where we were is not where we are now and everything. So it's just a give it time thing. And social media, digital marketing itself is this kind of industry that it doesn't cost much to start up at first, and because it does not cost much to start up, you can feel like you do not need to give in as much effort as you are required. So it's a brain sapping, energy taking line of work, especially when you are starting on your own. And yeah, so it's just giving it time and doing the same, because at the end of the day, you keep doing the same thing every day, over and over again, over and over. So it's like sometimes you have to maintain that routine process. Sometimes you have to innovate, because you have to be creative. So it's just at the end of it, you just give it time, keep doing it. At the end of the day, there's no way. At the end of the day, you have your audience, you have the people who interact with you, and the result will actually show for it.
All right. Yes. Thank you very much for being on the show with us today, guys. Below, I would link the pages to Pottv Media and the businesses, and you guys can check out their pages.
Yeah, don't forget to check us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys, for being on the show with us. See you on the next episode.
Bye. Thank you.